Hi, my junk journaling friends. This is Lauren with Shabby Chic Sunday, showing you my December design team project for Shabby Art Boutique, and I am using her kit that is exclusive for the craft room. It's titled Yours Affectionately, and it is a Jane Austen theme. My story that I've chosen for this is from the perspective of the Paris modiste, or the dressmaker, and my idea was that she would be the one who obviously tends to all the needs of the ladies that Jane Austen would write about in her novels. So, although the main papers that I used are from the Yours Affectionately kit, the project just kept growing and growing and growing. So, I did use a few other sewing kits that Carrie Ann has created at Shabby Art Boutique, and I have listed all of those in the description box for you below. I've also used some of my own Jane Austen ephemera that I've had stored away because this got massive. I had to laugh at myself because for those of you who follow Carrie Ann and are part of her craft room, you may have seen this morning her sneak peek of January's kit, which includes many sewing pieces. So I look forward to adding those to this project once that kit is released in January. I'm not sure exactly what it'll become, but I would like to do a part 2 using the additional elements. So let's go ahead and get started. I guess to begin, I do not know what to call this project. They all have a mind of their own, as you already know if you're a crafter yourself. I just laid out everything on the table and it became what it wanted to become. So this is the main focus, so we will go ahead and start right here. For the cover, I have covered everything in this vintage fabric that I had. I thought it screamed Jane Austen theme, and it was just very lovely and dainty. So everything you see on the front is removable. So to go along with our dressmaker theme, I have very vintage, old little brass buttons here. The color obviously matched the fabric on the journal perfectly, along with all the little roses that Carrie Ann has included in her kit. So this was a front runner, I knew, for the cover of the journal. I also have just a little charm, a key, and a button. I have, this is also vintage. And I've had this for years. And of course, you know, you never want to destash anything, but it fits so perfectly on the cover along with the spool. And then this unties. It is holding together a book on the inside. So I'm going to, let's see, do I want to untie this? Yes, let's go ahead and untie this. And we'll just slip this right off for right now. This is also removable. It is a vintage doily, or handkerchief, sorry. Okay, so we open her up like this, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that ribbon. And let's remove this. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen this waterfall that I have created here. And what I did is I just used the envelopes that are from Carrie Ann's kit. They're tied together here with this string. And then inside each one is a postcard from her kit, but I just created this waterfall to have additional space here. So all of these flip open here, and the postcard inside obviously can come right out. And this could be additional journaling space. And I'm not going to waste time trying to tuck that back in right now. The back side also then could be used for journaling space or to adhere a little photo to. So you don't have to leave those blank. They're beautiful left alone as they are right now, but you could also add a picture there. So this is all space for journaling and additional photos. And then you can tie everything back together with this matching ribbon. So that goes on that side there. Over here on this side, the ribbon was holding down this book. It's entirely removable, and I also didn't sew any of the pages together, so each individual page can also be removed And I did that so it would be easy to add pictures to write in, and to make it actually usable. There are magnets that are underneath here and behind the cover page, but they're not heavy duty magnets. So they're strong enough that while you're working in the book, it'll stay placed on here for you and it won't move all around, but they're not heavy enough that, you know, it'll hold it together. That's what the cover ribbon is for. I just included with Mod Podge some of the sewing templates here because again, this is the Paris Modiste. This is her journal, so I wanted to include the sewing elements. This is an element from the kit, and I just enlarged it so that it could be front and center with some ephemera pieces behind. I included a lot of these vintage receipts that I had because again, this is the dressmaker's shop, so she needs to keep track of all of her orders and all of you know, payments from her customers. So you open it up, and my idea was, here is the dressmaker's shop. Obviously, here is her boutique, her store. And when you turn this page, then now you are inside of her shop. So here's the door that you have entered. And I put this little luggage piece here thinking that this would hold all of the dress items. So you can lift open the top of the dresser, and then there's some pieces here. And these are from the additional kits of Carrie Ann's that I have linked in the description for you. So here's some extra dress pieces. Maybe she is shipping those off in the trunk to people, you know, across the sea, wherever. There's some dresses hanging in the background. And these papers are magnetized. So then this flips down here, and I have another receipt. And then what I did was, oh shoot, I can't remember what the book is called. I will also put that in the description link. I found this incredible book that was history of all clothing throughout the ages. So I obviously looked up the Regency period, and I chose the images and the illustrations that I liked, and I printed them on vellum paper. And so my idea was, you know, these are the sketches that the Paris Modiste has been drawing. These are her ideas for her new clients and her new orders. So these are some of her sketches of the beautiful gowns that she is going to create for her clientele. So this is an image from the elements, and I just glued it on top of this paper. I know it all looks like it is one, but that is a separate image from this paper. And then when you flip it over, I have this beautiful girl fussy cut here, and then little tags here. This is from the kit, the Sweetest Tea Party. That kit worked beautifully with this one, and I obviously chose that because it looked like a ledger. So the Paris Modiste is keeping track of all of her orders that she has and all of her sales. This page here flips out like this. And the other thing that I did for the tags, I used the paper templates again, the sewing templates with Mod Podge, and I added those so it'd be kind of, you know, a textured mixed media element on top of the tags. These tags are from my stash. They're not from the kit, but the quotes here are from Carrie Ann's kit. This one here flips up this way, and you've got a pocket here with some goodies inside. And then you have room there for a photo. This one flips open this way. And of course I forgot on the other pages, but there are tags inside of all these flip outs. I'll save time and I won't open all of those, but inside all the flip out pockets are tags. So originally I made this, I don't know, what would you call it, a folio? I made this folio first, and what really bothered me was that I was unable to add any lace and frilly stuff, you know, all that good lusciousness that I wanted to. I couldn't do it because of the structure that I chose. It was all flat, and, you know, I needed the magnets to be able to close everything together. which this is also magnetized here, and so that holds on to the belly band. And so I wasn't able to add any fluff because it wouldn't stay closed then. You know, the magnets wouldn't work and it just would have been too much. So I was very frustrated with myself because how am I going to have a book all about the Paris Modiste without having any lace and any fabric? And so after being disgruntled about that for quite some time, that's when I realized that this was not going to be the entire project. I was going to need to build other things to go along with this project. This is an envelope here, and it closes with a magnet. There's another large sketch, again, that the Paris Modiste is working on for one of her clients. Okay, we'll come back to that. This flips open here. You have a matching tag to match the cover art design here. Inside your packet, you have another tag. And this flips down here, and that is what the paper looks like underneath. And then you have some more tags that are inside. This here is another packet that flips up. And oh, this one also has a tag underneath. And then this also flips up. And you have a pocket here from the kit along with some matching tags. Okay, and so that is that piece. So I made this first and then realized, oh no, this is not going to work. I can't have a dressmaker journal without fabric and all that lusciousness that I adore. So this closed up for a while, and I put this on the shelf, and I said, back to the drawing board, what else can we do? So then I moved on to making a journal out of Carrie Ann's larger envelopes that came in the kit. So I started off with this one because there was no journaling space in the folio I made. So I obviously needed to add some journaling space. So then I made this one. There's a tag here in the front. I just did a little bit of collaging here. And then this is all room for journaling. And then some tags here in the back. So I thought, okay, great, I'll add some fluff to the edges of this. But then I couldn't do that because this wouldn't close flat either. So I said, okay, that's fine. This will just be a journal. We'll tuck that away. Let's do another one and make the spine larger. So then I went to this one, and instead of folding the envelope as a normal envelope, I just made a larger spine. Well, I didn't make it large enough. So I just made this a separate little booklet here, and it holds more tags and more beautiful images from the kit. But I knew after making this one that I still was going to need to create something else to have the fabric that I wanted. So, are those beautiful vintage receipts. So this is additional space for more pictures. You can, of course, journal on these small tags. The backs have been left blank, so you can write on those. Post pictures to all of these pages here. Journaling space, gift tags. Okay, and there's one little one. Okay, so those tuck in there. And these are just sealed with Velcro so that they can keep nicely closed together. Okay, so then I put those to the side and I said, all right, we got to make one more thing. So this is the actual main journal, and it tucks right inside of the original creation. So the front cover just has this vintage lace that I have been hoarding, a matching bow. The back side then, I used one of her large envelopes. There's just a little cut right here so that the envelope closes nicely and you can tuck something inside. And then the back side has also been left open so you can put something back here. And then when you open it, I was finally able to add all of the scraps of fabric that I had wanted to. So I used that ledger paper again from the Sweetest Tea Party. The first page here, I just made a little fabric sample cluster of different pieces. So I was thinking the Paris Modiste would obviously pull this out and show her clients all the different laces that they might want to choose from for their gowns that they are going to be receiving after they're designed. Here's some fabric pieces here. This is a vintage, I didn't use the whole thing, I just cut a little piece of it because it is vintage tape measure. It's made out of paper. There's more of the sketches that I printed on vellum paper. And so this is all additional journaling space, and it's supposed to include, you know, the Paris Modiste's ideas on her sketches and also the samples of fabric that the ladies can choose from for all of their gowns. Really simple journal. Okay, so that tucks right inside. I also am completely infatuated with Jane Austen. As an English teacher, I mean, how could I not be? So I went through and I found many of her letters, clearly not all of them, but I did go through and I printed an abundance of them. I tea-dyed everything, and all of these are letters that Jane wrote to her sister, Cassandra. And they are all, "Dear Cassandra," filled with a letter, and then signed, "Yours affectionately, Jane Austen." And so I just put, you know, some postage stamps here in the corner. I tied it with the same matching bows, and they're all sealed. So these are copies of Jane Austen's actual letters that whomever receives this can open and read. And then here is obviously a faux quill that will go along with the letters. And then the last thing that I created, which I still need to put inside of the journal, I wanted to use all the cute little mini envelopes that came in the kit as well. There's quite a few of them. So I looked up facts about Jane Austen's life, and then I printed all the little envelopes, and then I have these men who are going to act as our couriers. And so these gentlemen are going to go somewhere in the project. I don't even know what to call it. Somewhere in the project, and they are the couriers of these letters. So I need to attach them, tuck them behind them, put them in their hand, what have you. And when you open them up, I just typed out little facts about Jane Austen's life. I chose the ones that I deemed to be the most interesting, put them on tea-dyed paper, and then folded them up. So these are all just facts about her because although it's about the Paris Modiste, it's obviously all about Jane Austen-esque and the women that Jane Austen writes about in all of her novels. So I wanted to make sure that they were equally incorporated. So I think that that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I will post listing information about this in the description box. My Etsy shop was hacked. I thought that the resolution obviously came to a head. I thought it was finally resolved, and it is not. So my Etsy shop is currently closed. I'm unable to sell any of my work for, you know, I don't know how long. Definitely in the near future. So I'll be selling here on YouTube and Instagram. So if you're interested in anything, please message me personally, as that is the only way that I'm currently able to sell anything. So thank you all so much, and I hope you had wonderful holidays, and cheers to the new year. Looking forward to seeing you all then. Bye-bye.